I'll do it.
Yeah, the wall is acting like a wall, and it's not letting me hit him with AoE attacks. Only single target ones that are guaranteed to hit.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet. Another foe painted black.
Alright, she got it. Okay.
One step at a
Ablard,
time.
we got a few people injured.
The appropriate treaty.
Administration is a holy task.
Let's see, medkit her, and then I need another one. Medkit Pascal.
My frail organics require this.
My frail
What
organics.
lies
Goods.
beyond?
The last confession of Magos Thasius Delta Praxis. Mathazalis, hello!
Good morning, Muck. Here is everyone's monthly reminder that if you use a straw you won't touch the beakers. Thanks for an amazing 29 months.
How dare you. Thank you for the sub. Welcome back. The last confession of Magos Theseus. Run. You will find no grace of the machine god in these faithless halls, only an unholy hatred that is more ancient than the fading stars of these distant systems.
Potato, boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew.
They are asleep, the legions, the innumerable hosts, but their sleep is at its end for no one's fault but mine. I have disturbed the slumber of an ancient mind driven only by the thirst for extermination. Even death cannot snuff out the cold green flame of its lifeless eyes. I hear the lockstepped march of our doom. A silence echoes it, the silence of our assassins, for death has no need for words. Mercy is unknown to the Nephilimex, his wayward and unholy firstborn. We have blown up the bridges and barricaded the entrance in an effort to contain them, but their marching is even louder, even closer, ever more inescapable. Even as I listen to its resonant echo, I offer my last prayer to the Omnissiah, trusting in his mercy, for mine is a greater crime. In my pride, I neglected the universal laws and attempted to harness the language of the ancient... Excuse me. Where was I? And harness the language of the ancient machine spirits that had once served as the owners of these vaults, and I succeeded. As an infant comprehends the essence of words through images, so did I comprehend the meaning of certain symbols of his firstborn. And out of those, I composed 2 or 3 forbidden litanies. My false orders sounded just like the voices of those who commanded the essence of this eternal fortress. I stole their knowledge. More than once in my complacency, I uttered the dead words with my lips of flesh, tarnishing them with the breath of life. I did so to open the sealed halls and bridge the chasms so that our scouts could cross them, and by that unforgiving blasphemy, I condemned us all to death. To atone for what I've done, I've composed a crypto lullaby out of the dead words, akin to the one that had plunged the Nephilimex into mindless oblivion of the dawn of time. More stolen words. The Xenos altar of machine worship has begun to sing it to the spirits of the machines in the fortress, but I know that before it concludes, the awakened wrath will have reached us. As I prepare for our last stand, I'm leaving this confession as a warning to any who dare walk in our footsteps. This is my final testament. Run. Okay. Quick save. Bless you. Thank you. Let's see. We got 2 buttons here. Activate the stairway on the left, activate the stairway on the right.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
Cloaking field emitter. Require weapon proficiency.
There will be no peace in my wake.
What about this? Judging by the pattern of collapse, this passage was blocked on purpose. Or Xenos. Beyond gratifying a non-human's unnatural aesthetic sense, the purpose of this structure is unknown.
Of a world,
I mean, it spit out those scarab
and
things.
the rogue thread.
So maybe that's its purpose. Alright, don't see anything else I can do in here. Alright, Alright, so that's explored. Are all of them explored? Alright. We've explored everything here. Let's go back to the star map. Okay. I don't know why that one has a question mark, because I started there. But, alright. We'll travel here. The Lord Captain and his crew have lost track of how much time they've spent in the warp jump. The vessel itself, the groaning of the bulkheads, the Voxmaster's reports, it all happened so many times before, and it would happen yet again. No matter what occurred, the officers could not shake the feeling that they were running in circles, as if the voyage across the Sea of Souls would be eternal. Routine actions blended into grey nothingness and filled the crew's hearts with anguish. Many members considered submitting to the mercy of the chaotic power outside. Days went by, but the navigator did not give the order to leave the Materium. Willpower. Heed your inner voice. The Lord Captain's insight pierced through the mind-numbing haze. It appears that the ship's astropaths and the navigator have been sounding the alarm, but their messages have been ignored. Their combined efforts finally broke the time loop and released the vessel from the Empyrean's embrace. The warp never tires of its cruel mockery. Hi, Mukluk. Hi, Oscar. Chart routes. Alright. Chat, I don't know if there's 1 hour left or 5, but we are near the end of the game. That I know. Tome. It seems all color has died from this world. Gray masses of rocks give way only to brownish sand and the black voids of gorges. The team barely notices a strange detail amid the drab landscape, an extensive area where the land is too smooth. As they approach, the area turns out to be a lake of moving metal, in the center of which burned green arc discharges. On its shores lie the ruins of pyramidal constructs. Through magnoculars, it is determined that the remains of the pyramids are slowly melting, creating flows that dump new metal into the lake. The smoothness of the lake is lightly ripped by its currents, trying to extinguish the flames in the center. Send an exploratory shuttle to the surface. Specially equipped servitors are the first to disembark on the shores of the metallic lake. To the explorers' surprise, they return unharmed with samples of the anomalous substance. The squad set out to study the lake and the Xenos constructions. Xenos lore success. Acolytes of the Adeptus Mechanicus determined that the metal contains the same substance from which the pyramids are made. The behavior of the metal particles indicates that the constructs made from the metal are capable of regeneration, just like living matter, albeit incomparably faster. However, the pyramids filling the lake, by transmitting the metal through built-in portals, cannot surmount the destructive force of the arc discharges in the lake's center. Logic. Find out what happened. Oh, dude, minus 115? Alright, conclude expedition. There's something wistful about this site, an unhealing wound on the body of some mysterious technology. Oh, that's it? It just closes it? Oh, now it says already explored. I didn't realize just saying that was going to close it out. Oh, I didn't realize I could click on the star in the middle. Judging by the orbital trajectories, this is the parent star of the system. If the Lumino reader is right, back in the day it used to be huge and angry with a bite to it, not this half-dead firefly. What happened to it? I can't imagine what could have drained a deadly beast like that. The Lumino reader swears that the rays of the star would have continued withering all life in the system for millions of years or more. It was too young to have faded like this. It was like it was gnawed out. Nomos. It was attacked, suddenly and fiercely. A hungry predator bit into its magnetic field and drank as much of its energy as it could. The predator was starving and would have devoured the star whole had it had more time. Nomos, where did you get this information from? I do not know, but I can read the traces of what was committed here as if I have seen it 100 times. We're done here. Alright. A shuttle of Imperial make is detected among the rocky gorges of the planet, alongside two nearby Xeno objects, monolithic structures embedded into the landscape. When scanned, the objects distort the signal, but no sign of enemies' activity nor signals from the shuttles are found. Scout with servitors. The servitor's signals disappear as soon as they approach the cliffs between the shuttle was found. Not one of them returns, and no data is received. Examine the shuttle and the xenostructures. Muk von Luck von Valancius wishes to personally explore the enigmatic monoliths. The von Valancius shuttle overcomes the turbulent zone with an alarming rumble, after which the connection to the void ship becomes tenuous. Despite a rough landing on rocky terrain, the flight ends successfully.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Crimson is a good color for battle attire. Enemies will perceive no weakness.
Okay. Teleportation matrix beacon is targetable. I'm guessing I need to take that out or it's gonna make more dudes. Send dudes! Do you mean nudes? No, I'm in a fight. I need more men. I'm gonna quick save here in case things go horribly wrong.
I refuse. As the Emperor commands, I act.
I'm afraid this is going to hit Abelard. I hope it doesn't.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Oh, even better. It hit no one.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I will endure. I'll do it. My Emperor! That is not the Emperor's will. Doubt is for the weak. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Oh my gosh.
Pain.
That thing's got some health to it.
Body. I'll do it.
Alright, the teleporter beacon is gone.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it. Faith with eradicated.
Necron Immortal, hello! How in advance? Oh nice, it missed. You fool, you went for Cassia. She has a 100% dodge chance.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
I'll do it.
Alright, both the teleporty thingies
Doubt
are
is for the
gone.
weak. As the Emperor, this is why I was chosen. Faith without deeds is worthless.
If I may.
What if?
As the Emperor, this is unacceptable. In thy light I stand, and thy light I crave. I'll do it. As the Emperor, none can escape the Emperor's judgment. For you, my Emperor.
That one.
Let's see.
Give her all the buffs. Oh yeah. Pascal, I forget you're here sometimes. Shoot this guy, guys. Pascal is such a +1. He's here to open treasure chests and hack terminals. He is not here for anything else.
I will do my duty.
doubt as each strike is a prayer. This is why I was chosen. As the Emperor commands, none can escape the Emperor's judgment. This is why I was chosen. I'll do it. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Me? Try to die with grace, at least.
Nice. No injuries. Okay. What's going on here? We got a dead guy. Captain's Vox log. Fury Incarnate, buffs to Reckless Rush. I don't use that skill, whatever that is. Heavy Void Suit. That might be a bonus for upgrade for Abelard. They Shall Weep, two-handed bolter. Each shot with this bolter does additional rending damage with 40% armor pen to all characters adjacent to the target. I wonder if that would be better than the heavy bolter she's using now. It's hard to say. Argenta, I mean. Alright, Captain's Vox log. The Vox does not produce sound immediately. The officer who made the recording speaks clearly and confidently, but also softly, with a barely perceptible vibration in his low orator-like voice. It seems like the tape is partially damaged. Entry 1. We landed successfully, but were unable to report to her ladyship. The communication channel was filled with interference. The navigation system has been affected as well, so we will not be able to take off anytime soon, let alone return to the ship. Sergeant Damani is looking for the source of the interference. The only thing left to do is keep a log. Entry 5, thanks to the information we received earlier, we managed to partially decipher some of the inscriptions on the obelisk. Only the general meaning is clear. The creatures buried here are extremely warlike. We have not been able to identify the source of the interference affecting our communications and navigation. Lady Theodora made it clear that this expedition is extremely important, so we will continue the exploration regardless of obstacles. Whoever finds this Vox log must give it to her ladyship personally and no one else. Entry 18. One of the structures being inspected incinerated Corporal Monroe. We buried him with as much dignity as was possible in these barren rocks. His sacrifice need not be in vain. We will be more careful next time, and we will not embarrass her ladyship. 19. The explosion of the Xeno artifact damaged the engine, the fuel compartment, and the cargo hold where we were keeping supplies. It is unlikely that we will return to Lady Theodora's flagship, but we have almost completed our task and are about to enter the buildings. What matters is the preservation of the data we have obtained. There was no dead people behind the monoliths. The creatures attacked us as soon as we managed to activate the gate mechanism in one of the buildings. Their weapons destroy flesh and plasteel with equal ease, and their bodies recover from any wounds. The words are interrupted by a bang and a yell. I will keep recording until my final breath, and I hope it benefits the House von Valancios. The weapons of the Xenos burn with green fire and hurl bolts of lightning, and energy charges burst from their blades. Damani has fallen to the ground and cannot get back up. Her body is breaking, the rocks beneath it are about to crack. Tell Dahlia that her father gave his life for the good of the von Valancios dynasty. May she be proud of Bleh. Dead. May she be proud of Bleh. Okay, so let's go to this fella. Newest at the top. Okay. 85% armor. Alright, that is an upgrade for him. And then let's look at her. Alright, so she's using a heavy bolter, which says it only does 6 to 9 damage, but it fires 8 shots when she sprays it. However, there's also the They Shall Weep bolter, which I don't know if this would be better or not. Tell you what, we'll equip this as her secondary and see if it's better or not. Well, then she can just swap in combat if it's bad. The broken body has been smashed into the ground with such force that there are cracks radiating out from under it.
My warp sight reveals something.
You can still recognize the von Valancios coat of arms and the half-abraded emblem on the side of the shuttle. Parts of the hull and equipment look as if something vaporized the ship's components one layer after another. Gloom rifle. Inevitable demise. The wearer's critical hits do double damage. Wow.
The Emperor
What's
sets
her
my
gloves?
path.
Plus 10 ballistic and plus 25% crit damage. Check the rate of fire. It's the most important stat. Rate of fire of this one is 6, and this one it's 8. But I mean, that's how many shots it does when you do a burst, right? So this one would be 6 shots that do 27 to 41 damage. And this would be 8 shots that do 6 to 9 damage, I think. I could try it out in a fight. Am I growing a beard again? I am! You have been warned.
My knowledge.
The monolith looms over the small plain, black, ominous, and inscrutable as the race that created them.
They will see.
Oh,
yes,
yes.
indeed. They all will see.
Alright, let's do a quick save. Unknown ships. Lord Captain, a Xeno squadron is on an intercept course. Same abominations as before. All decks, prepare for battle. Orders received, Lord Captain. Glory to House von Valancius. Battle.
I'll be your beacon in the darkness.
I don't like what I'm looking at. There's 4 of them. Have we fought Necrons in space yet? Yeah, this is the 3rd time. This is the biggest group of them so far, though.
The destination is known. Voidmaster, if you please. Launch the devastating payload.
Quite enough range.
An opening! Our gun batteries
Another
await your
enemy
Does
command!
get
by
2
the
shots per.
Engage the lance.
Alright, that one is partly dead. Flagship torpedo tubes are loaded with 3 salvos instead of 1. Let's try Empyrean Storm. That was pointless. They regenerate, so it just tickling all of them doesn't really help.
Initiate macro cannon barrage. Let the macro cannons sing their twisted song.
Rear shields. So that one is dying. The others are healing.
Drown them in the
Drown
void.
them. Five movement points isn't going to be enough, so I'm not going to mess with that.
Set course.
How is that a spoiler? Wait, what? Oh, about the Necrons? I mean, it would have been a spoiler if you'd asked before I ran into Necrons in the game, but we ran into Necrons in the game, so it's already happened.
Launch the devastating payload!
I can't ship these things down because of the,
The destination is known.
the regen. One of them's about to die, at least. Alright, there. One of them just died. Swing run, we'll turn
upon
around.
the seas of void.
Move the big shields to the front. Scan for weaknesses.
Lance! Drown them in the void! Initiate macro cannon barrage!
That is so disappointing for a skill I can only use like every 5 space combats. Ah, that's very disappointing.
Commence the symphony of macro cannons. Voidmaster, if you please.
Just move shields to the right. They broke through.
Let the macro cannons sing their twisted song. Commence the symphony of macro cannons.
Okay, that's on its second life, so it's gonna start, dying.
Engage the lance. Let the macro cannons sing their twisted
Wow,
song.
that did no damage. Shield the left. And reload.
Initiate macro cannon barrage!
Why did that do 0 damage twice? What the heck?
Skill issue.
Shut up. I might die. I might die right now.
Launch the devastating payload! Set course!
I fear that this one's gonna come over and shoot me in the right where my shields are down and it's gonna kill me.